This is part 2 of African Americans in the Bible before America, where we go in the scriptures and find out who were the African Americans before they got to America. In part 1, we learned that Abraham begot Isaac, Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot 12 sons. Jacob's name was changed to Israel by the angel Phanuel, and his 12 sons is who we know as the 12 tribes of Israel. And one of those sons are named Judah, and his descendants are the tribe of Judah, which is the tribe that our Messiah is a descendant of. And these are who are known as the Jews. Israel is the hometown of the Jews, and Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. So our Messiah was crucified by the Romans in his native land around 30 AD. And then as we looked up by typing 70 AD into our internet search box, we see that Jerusalem was overtaken by the Romans in 70 AD. Many of the Jews were slaughtered and enslaved by the Romans, but we learned also that many of the Jews escaped into Africa, never to return to their homeland. And that brings us here. So now let's find out, from Africa, where did the Jews end up and where these Jews are today? So looking at this map, we see Jerusalem, the capital of Israel, and then right next door we see Egypt in Africa, which is where the Jews fled to avoid Roman persecution. Now let's take a look at this ancient map of Africa. Here in Africa, we see this whole region called Negro land. Now right here, right up under where it says Negro land, let's zoom in on this area right here and check out what it says. This area right here was the kingdom of Judah, or Judah, same thing. Now let's look at this map today. Today, this land is the country of Benin in Africa. It's right between the countries of Nigeria and Togo, and it sits on the African coast of the Gulf of Guinea. So this tells us that the Jews who fled into Africa to escape Roman persecution in over 1,000 years' time lived on to establish the kingdom of Judah right here in Africa. Now another interesting thing about this map, remember the Messiah in Matthew 24:16 told the disciples to flee into the mountains? Look at these mountains drawn on this map to illustrate the terrain of this area. Crazy, right? Now if we type in the port of Judah in our maps, this is what comes up. And the port of Judah is also known as the door of no return, located right here on the coast of Benin, aka the kingdom of Judah. Now let's type in the port of Judah in our internet search box and see what comes up. It says the port of Judah is a reference to Ouidah, also known as Ouidah, a city in present-day Benin, West Africa, that was a major slave trading port during the transatlantic slave trade. It was a key location for Europeans, particularly the French, to trade for enslaved Africans who were then transported to the Americas. Let's scroll down and read right here where it says large-scale export. It says it's estimated that Ouidah exported over 1 million Africans to the Americas over a period of 2 centuries before the trade ceased in the 1860s. Also right here where it says major slave port, it says Ouidah was one of the most active slave ports in Africa, with only Luanda in Central Africa exporting a greater volume of enslaved people. So this means that the port of Judah, together with the port of Luanda, were the most active ports in the transatlantic slave trade, transporting millions of... Exactly, and this means that who we know as the African Americans in America today are not Africans. They are indeed the Jews of the Bible, and they are of the same bloodline and descent of our Messiah, of the tribe of Judah. Peace, fam.